Okay. All right. We are recording all the way around.
Got me over here looking like a redneck.
Wow.
Instead of V-neck.
Wow. Hey-oh!
Was that a double pop?
I think so.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Saw that Italian media.
Hey, fucking. It's the facts into legs.
Garlic.
Facts into legs. Yeah. Oh, yeah? Wow. Yeah.
There he is. That reverb.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Vexed Intellect. Got Jared Dam, the ladies' man, to my northwest.
Ladies man, I don't know. But you know what? I'll claim it.
The
Yeah.
man, the myth, and the legend.
Got Jameson St. James, the intellectual, to my northeast.
Hey, it's me.
Then you got me. I don't have a moniker.
You don't have a
Or
name?
anything, nah.
Huh.
Black man champion, baby. For us, by us.
Okay.
Yeah, boy. We got super producer Kyle to my immediate west. Wait, yeah, to my west.
Yeah.
We are the Vexed Intellect. Gentlemen, how are we doing? How are we doing this week?
I'm back.
Hey.
Feeling better. Feeling better. Thought I was going to die.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm good.
Did you,
Jared Dam is back from a brief stint with Coronas.
Yeah, I did have.
you got tested? They said you were clear?
Wait, the deal is Friday night. I did have a 6-pack of Coronas by myself
Nice.
with limes, and I was enjoying it.
Nice.
And
So, yeah.
all I know is 24 hours later, all of a sudden I was sick. Now, I'm not saying
Whoa.
that, it has anything to do with the Corona company and their fire production and their product. And I'll be willing to test it over and over and over again just to ensure, for free, of course, just to ensure that, nothing is...
So, what kind of stuff were you doing with the bottle to...
No. See, you nasty. See, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be nasty?
Catch a case.
No. Somebody press the buttons. I don't know what buttons to press. You nasty. Yeah.
I'm just asking. It's like, man.
I'm just saying.
What in the world?
I had Coronas and I got sick. I don't.
Cool. Okay. Maybe the limes had listeria or something.
Wow. The,
James and St. James. How everything going on with you? You good?
Oh yeah, everything's great.
Yeah.
Everything is great. Headed home, St. Louis, for a little bit of a trip.
Facts.
All the hate here. I can't even get my thought out. But,
my bad.
all good. Still mad about the Italian beef comment. I gotta get a little get back.
I was gonna mute you, but it wouldn't help on this. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, indeed.
And,
All right.
who else we got?
We got super producer Kyle. Super producer Kyle, how you doing, bud?
Life is going good.
Oh yeah.
Can you get on the mic, please?
He didn't have a mic actually.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And
Look, my man is focused on producing. He ain't got
there we
time
go.
for
We
building
got
that.
time for this bullshit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Our word of the day is vis-a-vis. Vis-a-vis means in relation to or compared with. It is a preposition. We will be doing a lot of comparison today with our topic. We'll be talking about Gayle King and, just civil discourse. How to have civil discourse and how to compare agendas and interviews and that kind of stuff. So today's day is February 13th, 2020. A couple fun facts about today. I don't really have a whole bunch of historical shit. Just on this day in 1996, rapper Tupac Shakur released the classic "All Eyes on Me."
All right.
All right.
Yep, and no, that's
Wrong song.
Machiavelli, ain't it? Anyway, and on this day in 2015, Drake released If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. He dropped it, surprise album. It's his fourth mixtape, man, and probably possibly my favorite Drake project. Well, Take Care, but I really enjoyed If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. So, anyway, I think that is a great time to get into...
All right. It seems we're talking about the coronavirus
Hey.
every week. So kind of giving an update on where we stand now. Over 1,000 dead and over 43,000 infected worldwide. And I know we've had some recent updates between cruise ships for Royal Caribbean being canceled and still a couple of those liners having over 5,000 people still stuck between two ships. Gentlemen, any thoughts or anything that you want to discuss with regards to this virus?
Y'all see they had that cruise ship docked. They're using it as like a quarantine space.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is wild. And like they're not testing, right? On there, they just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of them have it. They're just like, sorry, they keep getting rejected because of their protocol. And it's so interesting to me.
That's not funny.
Like, not funny, but
I'm laughing. I'm talking myself.
Oh yeah. No, it reminds me of all of these movies that we've seen.
Yeah.
Children of Men, 28 Days Later. It's just so crazy that this could really turn into a pandemic. I guess the upside is that no one's becoming a zombie, but people are still dying. So hopefully we can get this under control.
Yeah, we had our first U.S. Death too this week, right?
Yeah. We did.
Crazy, man.
I read somewhere that Thailand, doctors in Thailand are treating the coronavirus with
AIDS and
HIV,
HIV. Yeah.
treatments.
That's crazy.
And supposedly it's working. So
I hope it works.
with it.
We'll probably have another update next week. I'm just being honest. It's a
The
sweet
Corona
message.
podcast.
Yeah.
Coronavirus podcast. That's all bad.
All right.
People informed.
Like top Justice Department officials are intervening in a case with Roger Stone, a former Trump aide, after the president proposed that the sentence was unfair. Prosecutors has recommended 7 to 9 years in prison for Mr. Stone. Above in November when he was found guilty of sabotage to create a congressional investigation. President Trump called this recommendation a miscarriage of justice. So since then, there have been several prosecutors that have either resigned or, basically resigned. Where do we stand on this? Is Trump still flexing his muscles after, becoming the Teflon, the impeachment done?
A mockery of justice. A mockery.
Yep. So I don't think he's flexing anything. I think this was always the case.
Yeah.
It just so happened that the verdict came down after the impeachment was over.
Yep.
I fully expect him to weigh in as much as he can, and if the court doesn't bend, I wouldn't be surprised if he gave him a pardon.
Wow, that would be a major
I'm
flex.
just a good old boy.
Yeah. Oh wow. Wow. All right. This past Tuesday afternoon, Gabrielle Union took to social media where she shared a special post about her daughter Zaya and her decision to come out as transgender. So, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, their child, who was formerly known as Zion, has decided to come out as transgender. It's been kind of all over the news and everything. And I think what's the beautiful thing is that they have been open and accepted this child's decision to come out. So, gentlemen, I feel like there's some tension in here. So,
Wow.
Why don't you just tell me? Somebody's shoulders went up. I'm not gonna say who. Just look at the camera later.
Wow.
Yeah, your shoulders kind of tensed up.
Oh, mine did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Any comments?
I may have shrugged my shoulders.
Oh, shrugged your shoulders. Any comments?
No,
on
there's
that?
no tension.
Okay.
The only comment that I have is that there's a couple things, right? So first, I too am glad that there's a level of acceptance out there in the world for people who make those decisions. And when they make them, being accepted by their family and those around them is great. But, I think on the other side, and people may say, maybe not be a popular opinion, but I think there's a lot of pressure now to make a decision and to decide who you want to be at such a young age. I'm not sure that I think having to make a decision at such a young age is the best way to go. I think kids should be okay just being kids and not having to feel like they have to fit into some box that's now a newly created box. So
I think it's dope how supportive they've been. I think it's important for some families, especially some men, to see, NBA superstar, masculine man like Dwayne Wade be out in the open and accepting of his son. So I think that this is definitely a dope thing. So happy for them, and that they've created a safe space and environment.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Your boy Jesse's back.
Juicy Smoulier.
Yeah.
Justice for Juice.
Excuse me. Special Prosecutor Dan Webb filed new charges Tuesday against the former Empire actor in connection with, once again, that alleged attack that happened in Streeterville in January 2019. Basically, they've gone over the evidence and they've refiled on Jesse.
All 16 counts, right?
Yeah. Is it worth it at this point?
I think we wasted a lot of money, taxpayer money and time on this instance. I think that he's already losing money and traction and popularity. The time that we're spending from our judicial system in a city like Chicago that needs to be focused on
Excuse me.
programs, and let's try and make the environment in the city better. Prosecuting Juicy Smoulier is not needed.
I don't have anything.
Another thing, man.
All right.
You nailed that pig.
Whoa.
What is?
I mean,
What?
it's
I don't even know what that means.
a southern. It gets the people going. Speaking of getting the people going, Gina Scott, a stripper at a strip club in Texas, decided very recently to climb a 2-story stripper pole and to do some acrobatic moves. Kind of lost traction and fell down on stage. Now, the internet has been buzzing, speaking about how this young lady broke her jaw allegedly.
You're probably buzzing from the fall.
Probably broke her jaw and
Crack some teeth.
and kept going. You know what I'm saying? Just kept dancing.
That's a professional.
Yeah, that's a professional.
got
Get
up.
the work done.
Right.
I wanted her tip game go up though after, right after. Somebody threw a stack up there. So.
Well, speaking of tips, had a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Original goal was 10,000, and once people started, the money started flowing in, they upped it to 20. So allegedly, she's had surgery. Get well soon.
Thoughts and prayers.
I wonder though if I'm glad she got people help her pay.
Yeah.
She's out there trying to make a living, and say what you want to say about strippers, but she's out there working for it. She's not stealing from somebody. So
Independent contractor, so they don't have much health insurance, so that's good.
yep. health insurance is probably pretty expensive for strippers.
I would think so.
I would assert.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
And that was first things first.
Do we have a special shout out?
Oh, we do want to give a shout out to, I believe, the new black news station launched this past Monday. So apparently,
It's called the Black News Channel, I believe.
Yeah, you want to tell us a little bit more?
BNC.
Yeah, it's based out of Tallahassee, Florida. The main investor is was it Shad Khan? The $8 billion man. Billion with a B, not to be confused with the $8 million man. He is a majority owner in it. It launched this week. And oddly enough, maybe it's the algorithm's getting me, but I did have an article fed to me like yesterday. So, shout out. Hopefully, the content's good and it's representative of the community.
Absolutely. We need representation in any way we can get it.
Yep.
Well, all right. And that was first things first. All right. We here at the Vexed Intellects love the ladies. And to show our appreciation for the ladies, we have a segment entitled You Glow Girl, where we highlight incredible feats performed by women. I'll go first. This week, I just wanted to nominate Jennifer King, who became the first full-time African-American female coach in the NFL. She will be coaching on the staff of the Washington R-Words. So, Jennifer King, you glow, girl.
You glow, girl.
You glow, girl.
I'll go.
Nobody want to be seen snapping on camera.
You glow, girl.
Whoa.
Just kidding, guys.
No, you know.
All right, I'll go next. I am going to give my selection to Miss Janet Jackson. First of all, because she's Janet Jackson and she's awesome. But Janet does have plans on having a new album, a world tour coming out, and she has just been announced that she's headlining the Essence Festival upcoming along with Bruno Mars. So, Janet Jackson, you glow, girl.
You glow, girl.
Yeah.
So just real quick, have you guys been to Essence Festival
girl.
before?
Yes.
No, I've never been.
Oh, you gotta go. Wait, you're from New Orleans? Are you from?
I am from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Shout out ass cracks.
No, we're not ass cracks. I've never been. The times though I've wanted
because you guys are in the ass crack of America.
Spoken for someone from St. Louis. But the thing about it is,
I like it.
The reason
Spice.
The reason why I haven't been
Gotta
there.
have spicy by the ass crack. He had falafel earlier. He couldn't help it.
That was crawfish. Still spicy though. No, but you know what? The reason now is that I have my daughter for the summer, so yeah, I don't have a chance to really go. But I think my co-parents going this year because she's not gonna have my daughter. So shout out to her. Have fun. Yeah, I don't sound bitter at all.
Yeah, you sound very bitter.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right.
All right. So this week I am going to nominate my friend Diana Kaplinger from SunTrust. She did spearhead the SunTrust On Up movement, an initiative to increase fiscal awareness through web tools and an interactive space at the Battery, Atlanta. African American lady doing her thing over at SunTrust. So Diana Kaplinger, you glow, girl.
You glow, girl. You glow.
You glow, girls. All right. Real Men of Genius. I just wanted to send a quick RMOG shout out to Mr. Matthew Cherry.
All right.
He won the Oscar for Best Animated Short Film for Hair Love.
Oh, yeah.
So I just wanted to shout him out, man. I saw a tweet from him from 2016 where he pretty much put the APB out on Twitter like, hey, don't know any 3D like animators I got an Oscar-worthy idea. And true enough, a few years later, here we are. So shout out to Mr. Matthew A. Cherry, man. Real man of genius for that. Also got another real man of genius. Shout out to Mr. McConville, Bruce McConville. This gentleman set fire to $1 million to keep his ex-wife from having it. Read a quick write-up on that. Divorces are tough and can leave a dent in your financial situation, but one man wasn't letting his ex get the best of him. A Canadian man hated his ex-wife so much that he set fire to over $1 million so that she couldn't get her hands on it, and in the form of spousal support. Bruce McConville is a businessman from Ottawa. He sold numerous properties that he owned before withdrawing the cash from the bank and burning it. So, shout out to Bruce McConville, real man of genius nominee. Yeah.
I don't ever want to have that much hate.
That's petty, man. I'm here for it.
So look, she must have been a real piece of shit.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because, wow.
Yeah.
$1 million.
Fuck it. I'd rather burn it than let you have it.
Yeah, he made a bad decision.
Yeah.
Some people do it. We do it sometimes. She must have been doing some twirls on a 2-story stripper pole.
Wow.
Before they got married.
Sheesh.
That's how you feel?
Bad decisions, mad at her after the fact, burn up the money. Stay with me.
All right. Hard to argue with that train of thought, but
okay, guys.
Well, all right.
Let's just go.
All right, man. Gayle King. Whoops. That's the wrong thing.
Well, there was a lot of toxic masculinity going on.
Well, you know what? You're right. You're right.
I'm okay with that.
I meant to go that. So Gayle King is in the news this week. Did we touch on this at all last week? Because this happened. I think we touched on it briefly.
We touched it. But we touched it before the backlash.
Right.
Before the response.
So for those that are unaware, let me refresh you. So all the backlash started when Gayle King of CBS This Morning was doing an interview with basketball star Lisa Leslie. And I'm going to play a quick clip here.
It's been said that his legacy is complicated because of the sexual assault charge, which was dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. Even if there's a few times that we've been at our club at the same time. Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, let's go get that girl or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. Kobe's, he was never like that. I just never have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it, though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible. I just don't believe that. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it, considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media should be more respectful at this time. It's like if you had questions about it, you've had many years to ask him that. I don't think it's something that we should keep hanging over his legacy. I mean, it went to trial.
Yeah, it was dismissed because the victim in the case refused to testify. So it was dismissed.
And I think that's how we should leave it.
All right. Yeah. So that's the clip that spawned all the backlash. Now, a lot of vitriol sent Gayle King's way after that clip surfaced. Probably most famously Snoop Dogg. Now, I'm not going to play the Snoop Dogg clip out of respect. While I identify as a Kobe Bryant, like huge fan with Snoop's, passion for, how it's perceived that, an attempted attack on Kobe's legacy. Snoop said some pretty, had some pretty colorful language, some very disrespectful. Let's just go ahead and say it. Very disrespectful language towards Gayle. He called her, a dog-faced bee and some other stuff. So it was just really nasty. After all of the backlash, Gayle actually she took to her Instagram and posted a video. Obviously after faced a lot of backlash. Gayle is, she spoke out about the criticism that she's been receiving, and she shared some things from her perspective and expressed that CBS rolled out that interview different than she expected. Let me play a quick clip.
I've been out reading the comments about the interview I did with Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant. And I know that if I had only seen the clip that you saw, I'd be extremely angry with me too. I am mortified, I'm embarrassed, and I am very angry. Unbeknownst to me, my network put up a clip from a very wide-ranging interview, totally taken out of context, and when you see it that way, it's very jarring. It's jarring to me. I didn't even know anything about it. I started getting calls. What the hell are you doing? Why did you say this? What is happening? I did not know what people were talking about.
So she went on to say, that she was embarrassed, obviously, as she said in the clip. Basically, essentially saying it was taken out of context from a wide-ranging interview. And her dear friend, Oprah Winfrey, actually went and defended her. Let me play that clip really quickly here. This was on Hoda and Jenna, what Oprah was on.
Kobe, and I just wondered just how she's doing, and
she's not doing well. May I say she is not? She is not doing well because she has now death threats and has to now travel with security, and she's feeling very much attacked. Bill Cosby is texting from is tweeting from jail, and she's not doing well. It feels.
That was strategic, by the way, inserting Bill Cosby in there. That was very strategic. He has nothing to do with this. I'll play that clip. Snoop said some foul stuff though, and so obviously Oprah came out. Former U.S. National Security Advisor actually came out and tweeted and threatened Snoop. Susan Rice, she actually posted a tweet. "This is despicable. Gayle King is one of the most principled, fair, and tough journalists alive. Snoop, back the bleep off. You come for Gayle King, you come against an army. You will lose, and it won't be pretty." Saw some people actually say like it's funny and all that tough talk from her, but when police were gunning down black people in the street, you didn't hear none of that tough talk when she was in office. Guys like Michael Eric Dyson and Mark Lamont Hill and even Charlemagne, criticized Snoop for coming at Gayle, not for coming at her, but calling her out her name.
Right.
And again, deservedly so. I actually agree with them 100% on that. So Snoop actually came on and clarified. Let me play a quick clip from there.
This is a bogus clarification, by the way.
For the people, they need to know. I'm a non-violent person. When I said what I said, I spoke for the people who felt like Gayle was very disrespectful towards Kobe Bryant and his family. Now, with that being said, what I look like wants some harm to come to to a 70-year-old woman. I was raised way better than that. I didn't want no harm to come to her and didn't threaten her. All I did was say, check it out. You out of pocket for what you're doing and we watching you. Have a little bit more respect for Vanessa, her babies, and Kobe Bryant's legacy. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, so the only thing I'll say to that is that I don't know if it's fair and balanced to play his recanting of his comment and not play what he actually said.
I think it is because of the language, and because you know what I'm saying. Just
yeah.
it was harsh.
I know the reason why we're doing it. I just wanted to say that, put it out there that the point of it is not because we're not trying to be fair.
Sure.
Because his language on his first tape, it just it's unacceptable.
Agreed.
We got a lot of things to say about it.
Agreed.
And we here at the Vex Intellects, we understand where he's coming from when it comes to a black men feeling like they are taking on black men around this Me Too type of issue set and not taking on their white contemporaries.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we've spoken on in the past, and so this is not a new thing.
Yeah.
I think that the conversation or backlash went way left with the content of the response, and I think. Go ahead. You have something to say?
Oh no. Go ahead.
Oh, and I was gonna say I think that one of the things that I heard a lot is that black men are not standing in the gap for Gayle King like black women typically do for black men.
And I want to get there.
Yeah.
I want to get there. Let me.
I'll pause on that. Then.
Yeah.
You got some more to add.
All right. So just like Michael Eric Dyson, Susan Rice, Mark Lamont Hill, and other people were coming out in defense of Gayle King and a bunch of other non-famous people. You had people that kind of were understanding to Snoop's plight in this, and we'll play a few clips. There's 50 Cent, actually. He had actually made a post or two. He had previously made posts about Oprah and about Gayle in the past, but this is a clip of him speaking on it at a red carpet event.
What the goal is.
Oh, let me start that over.
That's not just to understand what the goal is at that point. Because you know what Kobe means to the actual culture at the same time. Like they knew what Michael Jackson meant. Right. If somebody just don't know what you're trying to do when the men are dead. But the system itself, the legal system, couldn't deal with it. What are you supposed to do? Publicly convict them? Is that the idea? Now, is it justice or is it revenge? At that point, right? If you're talking to people who know him, he's a good person. Like you are, what you want to do about it? Now he's gone. Who can defend him at this point? It's all public opinion now. So no matter which way you look at it, I don't see what the goal is. I don't see how you can. Everyone's greater in their absence than they are in their presence, right? Right. So they're gonna keep playing with people that are not here, and it's gonna them over. Because people are gonna start to not like them in an intense way for doing that, because it's just not the right thing to do.
So that's 50 offering his thoughts, and it's not just men coming to the defense of Snoop or just the points that he's arguing or against Gayle. It's also women. Here's Ari Lennox, our good friend Ari Lennox.
Yes.
Yeah,
Friend of the show.
Yeah, I love Ari, by the way. Again,
Really?
I do.
Fuck Gayle.
Oh, my bad.
Fucked up. Fuck Gayle and fuck Oprah. Those self-hating pieces of shit fuck asses. If I had never seen a coon more fucking coonier than goddamn Kale and Oprah. Oprah, y'all. I don't give a fuck how rich you are, how much you fucking accomplished. You're tearing down the legacies of so many phenomenal, beautiful black men, and I don't fucking have time for it.
Kale and okra.
Yeah, Kale and okra.
Kale and okra. Yeah. Now, she did apologize for that after the fact.
glad she
Obviously,
did.
she got some backlash
deserved
from women. She basically said, nah, she stands by what she said. She just apologizes for some of the language and some of the name calling. So,
Yeah, I think it's important that, and we say this a lot, I think it's important that when you're passionate about something, you know, especially if there's some wrongdoing, it's important to keep your cool in that, you know. And I get it because you got your phone by you the entire time, and then you feeling some type of way, so you want to get this reaction off and everything. But it's important to think about it because it takes away from the original message if you have to go back and apologize from how you're saying something. It's you know, it's like you said, we can appreciate the passion,
right.
but you know, you definitely have to, you know, choose your words correctly in order to get your point across. Because I mean, we can get more into it as far as reactionary point. I mean, I think we all feel the same way about how, you know, Gayle has approached this and her tag team partner, and I'm just using that as a wrestling term because I'm a wrestling person.
Tag team,
Not
back again.
insinuating anything, but our tag team partner, Oprah Winfrey, we talked about how, I guess I want to clarify, we talked about, whatever, I just watch wrestling before I got here.
Hey.
You know, I think, I mean, it's just important to talk about how we don't appreciate what they're doing, but we got to do it in a tactful way, because otherwise the message is going to be lost.
All right, I got a couple more clips, and then we'll.
Before you play that clip, I don't even know if they know what they're doing.
I don't either. I don't think they do either.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I really don't think they do either. Before I go to the next clip, what I think, man, is I think Gayle felt like she got her one with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
With how that went viral and go girl, yeah, you know, you had him looking crazy up there. So I felt like she got her one, and she felt compelled like to go after, you know, like, oh, okay, I'm on fire right now. Let me. That was a heat check.
Yeah.
And you know, I think there is something to say about the producers pulling that segment out. You know, so I think I agree with you. Is that she probably was like, okay, we'll go with it. I can say something about the rape, not even being cognizant.
Yeah.
And I feel this. I actually also feel that the response to her statement was very similar. Folks weren't thinking about how they were saying it and what they were saying.
Yeah.
And if you look at the people who were attacking, we don't see them as the thought leaders of our community.
Right.
So I know you got some more to
Yeah.
play.
A couple
but,
more clips, and then we'll just open it all the way up. So, OJ. Actually came to Snoop's.
Real man of genius.
Oh shit.
Hold on, let me play this clip.
Hall of
man.
Famer.
The other thing is this Kobe Bryant, Gayle King thing. I'm not the most objective guy when it comes to Gayle King. 2 years back on national TV, she made a comment that it was inappropriate for me to be considered an ex-white grave, something that me, my family, and friends on special occasions and birthdays and Christmas and stuff had done for years, and I couldn't understand why it was any of her business and why she would say that on national TV. I know this thing about Kobe, she's going to claim journalistic integrity. A whole lot of people got journalistic integrity, didn't feel that this was the right time to do that. There'll be plenty of time in the future to bring up all aspects of Kobe's life. Right now, we should be celebrating the greatness of Kobe Bryant. God bless Kobe and his family. I'm just saying, take care.
So I know it's OJ. I know. But I thought he actually made some decent points and offered some context. Now, he might not be the most credible witness And in fact, Oprah did mention Bill Cosby. And again, I think that was strategic, her inserting Bill Cosby to, knock down the credibility of Snoop's feelings.
Of the respondents.
Yep. But I'll actually read that tweet that she's referring to. Bill Cosby allegedly tweeted this. Hey, ain't he legally blind? Anyway, at Snoop Dogg, when they brought me to my gated community and placed me inside of my penthouse, they didn't win, nor did they silence me. He's referring to his cell. That was supposed to be a joke. It's so sad and disappointing that successful black women are being used to tarnish the image and legacy of successful black men, even in death. Are these people that in need of fame, ratings, and or money? On behalf of myself, Camille, and my family, thank you, and thank you. My heartfelt prayers are with Kobe and his family, as well as with Michael Jackson and his family. May their legacies live on forever. So that's the Bill Cosby tweet that Oprah was referring to.
That's the one that was basically Bill Cosby wanted all the smoke. That was Bill Cosby tweeting about me. Like that's the one. That's
what that was.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, I know, right? So, listen, man, I'll say this. Gayle was foul, period. Yes, the 2003 case is a part of the total story with Kobe Bryant. The problem here is Lisa is Kobe's friend and was brought on to talk about Kobe and his legacy. Gayle then weaponized Lisa's womanhood to get a juicy moment. And then doubled down after Lisa answered and Gayle inserted herself with leading questions and statements like but you wouldn't see that remark. And then the timing, man, as OJ said, that they haven't even put this man and his daughter in the ground yet. And the problem with Gayle and Oprah is that, they don't keep that same energy when it comes to white men. No one is saying that we shouldn't hold people accountable, but let's be fair and balanced across the board. And they just don't keep that same energy with white men accused of sexual misconduct. As a matter of fact, here's a quick clip from Gayle on Charlie Rose. Now, for those that don't know, Charlie Rose was Gayle's CBS colleague that was accused by 27 women. 27. Of sexual harassment. And here's what Gayle had to say after Charlie was let go.
I don't know what to say about this. 20 minutes. When the story first broke, I said Charlie was my friend. I still consider him a friend. I know that's probably not the politically correct thing to say at this moment, but I don't believe in abandoning friends when they're down. That said, this is very troubling, very disturbing, and you can't discount what these women are saying. I know all of the men were mentioned in the management that they're saying there too. I have great respect for them. And this is what I know. I don't know what more we can do to Charlie Rose, except a public flogging. He's gone. He's not coming back to CBS News. Nora O'Donnell, John Dickerson, and I are the new team. We are working very hard here. I know that we bring a quality broadcast surrounded by a quality team. And all we can continue to do is do the best possible job that we can.
So, again, Charlie Rose had 27 allegations, and she didn't have the same the energy. She just didn't. It was very apologetic and sympathetic, and hey, what can we do? You just gonna flog him to death? And she said he's not coming back to CBS. Kobe's not coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So here is actually the best take on this from me, from Erica Cobb from the Daily Blast Live. We actually posted Erica a couple weeks ago, but she keeps coming with the fire. Play this.
In order to really have a conversation about why this has been such a big story, we have to talk about what was happening in 2003 when Kobe was first accused of rape. There were two different Americas. We had white households whose parents were telling their white daughters to beware of Kobe's in the wake of O.J. Simpson. We had black households who were telling their kids about the story of Emmett Till, the 14-year-old black boy who was killed in Mississippi for allegedly what will see his apology as an admission of guilt. Some of us see his apology as fighting for his life. And we think about Emmett Till and how many times he apologized for something he didn't do in order to fight for his life. So when we're having these conversations in mainstream media, especially as a black woman in media, we have to be so careful because this narrative has already been out there in a way that mainstream media was never about, because there was zero representation in 2003 to even have a thought of what the Kobe side could have been. And now we're here and we're having these conversations, and we can't have these conversations with even a hint of not having historical context in them, because it is just that painful. And that's the reason why no one wants to hear from any black woman, black man in mainstream media that isn't speaking love and peace and honor on Kobe Bryant's name less than 2 weeks.
Erica Cobb, ladies and gentlemen. Sexual chocolate. Yeah, man. Hey. Ain't nothing wrong with celebrating a beautiful black queen. I retract that.
You retract that?
Yeah.
Flag on that?
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, man, lastly, this is the last clip I got. With regards to the journalism part of it, here's a journalist, Kevin Kowinka, with, I think, are the absolute facts. Hold on, let me cue up the clip here.
What's up, y'all?
Here we go.
Felt like there were times where in comments I was seeing people siding with Gayle in the thought of, hey, you're a journalist, you have to ask hard questions sometimes. And while that statement usually holds true, you always got to take into consideration timing and especially how you word things. There's a huge difference between asking a question and instilling your own points of views in that question. Asking questions in a leading way and almost in an interrogation sense. Like when you are stating that as a fact, Kobe Bryant's legacy is complicated, that's not true for everybody. So that is an assumption in itself. When you were telling Lisa Leslie that you wouldn't know if Kobe was aggressive with females in certain contexts, again, what is the point of asking her a question if you are then going to instill your own narrative into her answer? And that's a very dangerous thing to do. We've seen Caucasian reporters and anchors do that for decades. And it surprises me not one bit that when people see from all colors and sides, places, see Gayle King doing that, it strikes a chord and it makes them piss the fuck off. And they should be, because there is no place in journalism for that. In true interview style reporting, if you're just being an objective interviewer and you're trying to get Lisa Leslie's side of the story, you don't need to interject your thoughts. This isn't the gift.
I thought that was very well said.
Yeah.
Very well said. Look, man, of course it's turned into black men versus black women some kind of way. That's what, I think you were leading to. Actually lied. I got one more clip. So this is Terrain Walker, man. Brilliant brother. I thought he had a good point as well. Let me play this lastly.
Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, February 10th, and we are going into the second week of this conversation about Gayle King interviewing Lisa Leslie and bringing up Kobe Bryant's allegations at the end of the interview. Everybody's on their soapbox now, complaining about that Snoop was wrong to address her the way he did, and it's gotten away from the core of the issue. It's not about all black men attacking all black women or vice versa. It's about one individual who maybe overstepped their bounds the soapbox. And at the end of the day, nobody is above being critiqued. Maybe Snoop Dogg shouldn't have said it in the way he said it. Maybe Gayle shouldn't have done what she did either. So here we are.
I thought that was well said as well. So, last clip. I'm done. So, what it boils down to, man, in my opinion, I'll open it up to you guys for some quick thoughts before we get out of here. The overarching theme here, to me, is everybody uses us to attack us. And we do this shit gleefully. The naivete of it all. What has the last 400 years shown us? Have we truly learned anything? Gentlemen, your thoughts on everything, on all of this. Obviously, and again, at the Vex Intellects, we do not condone the language that Snoop Dogg used. That was wrong. You don't do that.
Or your girl.
Yeah.
What's your girl's name?
Oh, Ari.
Ari Lennox.
Kale and okra. Yeah, we don't condone that, man. You can disagree without name calling, especially, those type of names. We disagree with Gayle. Well, I disagree with Gayle. Let me speak for me. I disagree with how Gayle handled that. I think that she, again, was looking for a moment. And it backfired. Regardless of how the clip was chopped up. Yeah. Those questions were asked. Yeah. And, it wasn't necessary. Like the gentleman Terrain said at the end there, they hadn't put him in the ground yet, man. And they, he got 3 daughters and a wife and millions and millions of people that love this man. Like, that's that performative woke shit. You know what I'm saying? That's that performative shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the era that we're in where you retroactively punish somebody for some shit that was dealt with years ago. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's a part of the story. It happened, right? It's fair to mention it, I think. But again, she was leading with a lot of those questions, and she was poking. And Lisa was visibly...
You can tell she's upset.
Yeah, so I don't agree with that. Bringing it up, all right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But anyway, what do y'all think, man?
I mean, the clip said a lot, but what it boils down to is this: the tragedy of us losing Kobe Bryant. We got to look at his entire life, and we can't harp on one point that happened in 2003, and I'm not discounting whatever went on. I don't know what went on, but it's like what we talked about a few weeks ago on that Kobe episode. It's like the measure of a man is the legacy in what that man does with his life, not some events. I pride myself on trying to live the best life possible, be the best person I can be, but I've done some fuck shit.
We all have.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but I would hope that before I'm buried in the ground, if I passed away, that everybody ain't bringing up the fuck shit, on a granular level that they want to sit there and just assert these days. Yeah. What Gayle and Oprah has been doing, it's not been fun to watch, and I think it's what Jameson said, the point that he made, and I think it was an excellent point. Is that I don't even know. We don't even know if they even know that they're doing it. They don't know that they're doing it. Like it's like how can the rest of society? How can at least people who have the same viewpoint as the Vex Intellects? How can we explain this to these individuals to be like, hey, what you're doing is overall is hurting the community, and I don't know if there's a right answer. I don't know if it's the answer that we could get to, but that's what I take the most from that is that we got to control our passion, but I get why we're passionate, because this is an outrage and this is an attack.
Yeah.
And it's wrong. It's wrong.
I think it's good that the conversation's happening. I think it's good that they've been made aware that people are paying attention. You know what I'm saying? That people, we see you. You know what I'm saying? We see what you're doing. We see you.
Yep. So that's essentially the crux of my comment. What I'd say, I think the clip said kind of most of what could be said.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I feel like there's a couple things, right? The first thing that Jared alluded to was, I don't believe that these things are being done maliciously.
Right.
I don't think that Oprah and Gayle, or Kale and Okra.
That was funny.
I hear it every
That was
time now.
the best part of that.
Yeah.
That Kale and Okra actually have an agenda against black men. I think it's quite the contrary. I think that that if you look at their body of work, like in the things that they've done for blackness holistically, the African schools from Oprah, Gayle has definitely spoken out on things. She's gone after, R. Kelly, which I think deservedly so, right?
Yes, agreed.
And many other things. So what I'd say is, if you look at them holistically, that it's not their mission to tear down black people and black men specific as well. But there's a couple things I'd say inside of that. What I'd say is, we all know Oprah's story. She has a very troubled past when it comes to black men. Who's to say, what conversation is going on in the back of her head, when she sees a black man being accused of Me Too, Russell Simmons, Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant. Like, there could be a spot in her heart a blind spot that she's not aware of. She was producer on the Russell Simmons movie, but upon further consideration, upon seeing what they were trying to do, she removed herself. That to me says that, hey, she's in, but once she took a step back and took a look at it, maybe it didn't work. Maybe there was something there that she didn't agree with. So what I'd say is, I think that there's, even myself, I have my own twitches and my own things that I do that are probably not the most progressive, but I think overall, I'm all black everything. It's like, I don't ever set out to hurt anyone, really. Even when I'm telling jokes, even when I'm talking shit. It's like, that's not my goal, but I do it, right? And we leave people in our wake, in our water. And so what I'd say is that there's a human aspect of it too. When she was writing this, she was like, hey, since Lisa Leslie knows Kobe, maybe here's an opportunity for me to talk to somebody who knows him and to really get an insider's perspective. But the way it came off is she's poking and prodding and really trying to lead Lisa down a pathway that doesn't really honor and respect the legacy of Kobe. And so probably got a lot more things I can pull forth, because I had a lot of thoughts during the clips, and I failed to take notes, so that's on me. But I've got a few more things I can say, but I think I've said enough, and I'd say that Kale and Oprah and Okra, we honor the work that you've done, but it's definitely time for you guys to take a look internally and figure out what's really going on. Like, if you look at your position over the last several years, and even we can go as far back as The Color Purple, and we can go even farther back to that, to actual slavery, actual post-slavery, all of the negative lessons that were learned from slavery, that power structure, I think, that was passed on from the white slave master to the black slave master's lackey that had to run the black people on in the field, passed down to the black man who then has power over his wife. I think that construct is a much larger construct that we have to unpack as people. And I think that when it comes to black women not feeling protected, that's where it starts. And I think unfortunately, when we have these folks like Snoop or 50 Cent or Lil Duval, I don't know if he was one of them. No, it was Lil Boosie. We have these folks that don't have the wherewithal to have an intellectual discourse with themselves before they come out against something, representing the totality of the black man. I think it's unfair. It's an unfair comparison, and I think I wish that gentlemen like ourselves aren't lumped into the same category as those guys, because they don't represent us.
True.
And so, black women, we love you. Every week we get on here, we talk about you, little girl. There's a reason for that. Yeah. We appreciate you, and hopefully that you guys can take that away from this show, that we love you and appreciate you, but it doesn't mean that we have to stand for unfair treatment and unfair behavior. And so I think that this is a tale of two stories. Gayle King definitely went about it wrong. I think that their recent trajectory is moving them in the wrong direction. But I also think that the correction was incorrect as well. So that's my 2 cents, or quarter.
And lastly, man, I just want to
28.
want to share something from Ike, man. Isaac Hayes III. He made a really good point. He said the irony of people coming to the defense of Gayle King and Oprah because people are attacking their legacy despite all the good they've done. But the reason people are attacking is because they attack the legacies of Kobe and Michael Jackson despite all the good they've done.
Yeah.
So I think both of y'all kind of said that in so many words. It's like there's a duality there.
And we got to come together.
Yeah.
Period. And I think this is an example of the divisiveness that still exists in our community.
Us against us, man. And people are being used. People are being propped up in positions and used to divide. And like you said, we got to come together. Respect in peace. Not rest in peace. Well, rest in peace, but respect in peace, man.
Yeah, respect in peace.
Respect in peace. Anyway, all right, it's about an hour, man. We're trying to make the show leaner, but
those with the short commute.
Yeah.
Those that only on the treadmill for 30 minutes at a time.
Right. Folks, we thank you for joining us. I think we had a pretty good. That was good. That was good. I think we were respectful. Again, Kobe. Got a couple Kobe stands here, man. So it's still raw, and
damn sure is.
Again, you understand the frustration, but anyway, you could have been anywhere else in the world, folks, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. Until next time, stay blessed, stay vexed. It is the Vexed Intellects.
Peace.
Get vexed.